Hello friends, today we're bringing reliable power to New Telegraph. Follow us on this journey. Let's go. New Telegraph is a newspaper company in Nigeria with a circulation of up to 100,000 copies in a day. So you can imagine basically every state in Nigeria sees a newspaper from New Telegraph. So what they're actually doing is really big. We are installing a 16 kVA inverter, 19.5 kilowatts in solar panels, and also a 30 kilowatt lithium-ion battery, which is actually pretty awesome. This is supposed to offset what they are currently using. That means reduce their reliance on the grid and generator. So currently here, they have their generator running, and that's how they power most of the things that they do here. It's us here, and you can see the evidence of the kegs on the ground. This is basically what they use. So I'm talking to one of our engineers, and it's going to be giving us a brief overview of why do they actually need solar. All right.
Our customer, they have 3 generators. Yeah. One is rated 500 kVA, while the other one is about 100 kVA. Yeah. So if they want to power the whole machine during production and power all the ACs, they use the biggest one at night. Yeah. Then during the day like this, when much activities are not in the office, they use the smallest generator of about 8 kVA generator, and that's what is running now with the background noise. Yeah. You can see they have always been carrying kiosks from diesel purchase. You can see gallons of 50 liters spread on the floor there. That's very expensive. So because of that, there's a need for them to cut costs and also checkmate the CO2 and the carbon emission in the premises. And that is why PAM is proposing a solution that will meet their day activities from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on daily basis. So the company will be running on solar.
Basically. So all those times they don't need to use generator at all.
No generator will run from 9 a.m. every day to 5 p.m. every day. So it's only at night where they want to operate some very heavy inductive load during the production. They will then switch to generator.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. So can you just show us what you have installed here and just give us a description of the installation that we have currently?
Protection devices, breakers, and current limiter with the AC surge installed in this breaker box. Here we have the DC surge and the DC breakers. You can see my engineering team, they are still working. Here we have the 250 amps MCCB for the breaker, battery breaker. And here we have the machine itself, a smart hybrid inverter rated 16 kilowatts by 48 volts. And we've apply the CT current transformer to ensure it doesn't feed to the grid, and also to optimize the performance to ensure the solar is available. It doesn't pull from the grid, rather it will prefer using the solar power as first priority. So this is the master battery.
Okay. And
here we have the slave battery.
Okay.
So you can see the battery now, though I choose not to allow the second one work now because we are still working for safety reasons. But with this interface now, you can get a overall idea of the overview of the battery status, like the state of charge, the voltage, the current is discharging, but now it's not discharging. The capacity is 137 watt. And you can from there get further information, clicking here to see the LCD version and the Bluetooth and everything. Because it's also Bluetooth enabled,
So you can see like where you are basically.
Thank you.
To see like other details.
That is just it, and it's actually screen touch. So aside that, it also communicates with their battery using what we call the battery communication cable, which has been embedded into the CAN port of the inverter.
I always talk about battery communication and how the inverter needs to communicate with the battery. So this one already has that communication running already.
Thank you. Based on the settings we have initiated in the inverter.
So we're installing 3665 watt Canadian solar panels. they started with the inverters and the battery installation, but it's getting close to evening already, and this is the time that we have to start pulling the panels up. We might not be able to finish the project today, and tomorrow is another day for you to actually see the whole beauty of what we're actually doing here. Day 2, and we've installed the entire 19.5 kilowatts in PV, and that's pretty amazing. We're able to do this in 2 days. The first reason because the previous day the team did not get here early enough, and we were able to really just put everything together. This is still around my time here is just 12:30, and we've actually completed the entire installation. That means the inverter is installed, the solar panels are installed, the battery is installed. You already saw that from the previous clips already. So our work is basically done here. So I'm going to be showing you, what we currently have. You're basically seeing the solar panels already, the full setup. Also, I'm going to be showing you the completed inverter and what we're actually producing from the PV. So, like I said, this is the system fully installed. We have all the protections completely ready. These are the batteries. As you can see, pretty big 30 kilowatts system, and from the sun we're actually getting at this point currently around 8.84 kilowatts. It rained today, so there was not enough sun. There's not enough sunlight outside, and it's basically going up. And that's something that we'll begin to really experience, especially around when there's a little bit of cloud out there. So it has climbed up to around 9.4 kilowatts. I know I've seen up to 11 kilowatts even with the clouds outside. So all protections ready. Basically, we are all set up, and this is what Palm brings, that uniqueness to our system. What is your experience with this installation? I think the last time you were on my video, you were talking about how the learning curve and everything. So what's your experience on this one?
So this one, the experience was amazing. We were able to finish up in 2 days time. Amazing team, amazing energy. Good work, everyone.
Come to the end of the video. I hope you actually enjoyed this one. Palm Solar is doing something really amazing, and it's something that you need to really experience yourself. Please follow us on all our social media platforms, and for this video, give it a like, share, and subscribe. We would also love to hear from you, so write something in the comments. All right, guys. Bye.